Hi, it's Annalie. It's been a hot minute since I've actually made a video, but I'm finally on winter break and I got in a Colourpop order, so let's get started. So this order that I placed a few weeks ago was actually for something I've been searching for a really long time. So I want to have a rainbow palette that's like really, I guess, like well-rounded, but also like primary colors without being too primary. And so that is what is in the shipment, is should be a rainbow eyeshadow palette, a set of rainbow eyeliners, and a few other things I'm kind of forgetting about at the moment. One thing I love about Colourpop is their packaging. Their packaging is just so pretty. So it really feels like you're getting a gift for yourself. So I have in here a little fragrance, the Soul Body fragrance from Fourth Ray, and the So Juicy gloss in the shade Small Talk. I also got in the Get Graphic eyeliner set, which has a pink, a purpley color, a blue, a yellow, and a white eyeliner. And then this new palette they released like the week of Black Friday, Thanksgiving week, Fade Into Hue, which is the rainbow palette that I'm so excited about. And then of course, like I said, I love their packaging. And like they always send these cute little postcards. Like this one says, "You light up my life," and that may be backwards in the frame if it's mirrored, but yeah, so I'm gonna look at these real quick. This is the shade of So Juicy, and I believe it's a plumping gloss. Yeah, it's a plumping gloss, and I've been looking for a really good plumping gloss because I think that's a really cute look. It's shiny, it's kind of soft, it's kind of pink. I'm gonna swatch a little bit on my hand so you can see the color maybe better. It tingles a little bit like most plumping glosses do. So that's interesting experience. Yeah, that's kind of what the shade looks like on my hand, and this is what it looks like on my mouth. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if it's done doing its thing yet. I know sometimes they have to kind of activate a little bit, but I think it's really cute gloss, and like glosses are kind of in, or were like pretty recently, so I was pretty excited about it. So this is the first fragrance oil that I think, like the first sets of fragrance oils that Soul Body has made. And so I'm really interested. This one is Rosé Petals is the name of it. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's like clear with the like metallic writing on it. It's got the very rose colored lid, and I'm super excited about that. See if it describes it on the back, because I'm kind of bad at describing scents a little bit. So it describes it. With soft notes of creamy coconut and white woods. So I can see that. It's very sweet smelling. It kind of smells like candy to me, or like Libby Lou. Is that a thing that happened in the malls back when I was a kid? I think so. Yeah, I think it smells like Libby Lou. Like just the entirety of that store. Which I never actually went to Libby Lou, but you know, it's fun. Okay. So this is the Fade Into Hue palette, and this is gonna be my first look at it in person. Oh yeah, this is so pretty. This is actually so much prettier than I expected it to be. So looking at this here, this is what it looks like. It's so pretty. I love their glitters. Like I think their glitters are so amazing. Like I use them a lot of times like in the corners of my eyes, little pop, or like I do my brow bone with them. So pretty, so amazing. I don't even know. I don't want to swatch all of them right now because there's so many, but like I think I'm gonna swatch this bottom row right here, because those are kind of like the solid colors. That yellow, the pigment in that yellow is just happening. Okay. Yeah, so that's what that bottom row looks like swatched out. Like, okay. Yeah, so that's what that bottom row looks like swatched out. Like, there we go. Yeah, so that's the bottom row in the order that it's in the pan. And I like, wow, that yellow pigment is just slaying. Like, ooh, I have looked for yellow because like yellow complements my skin tones pretty well. Or skin tone pretty well. I have one of those. And I have been looking for a yellow that looks really good, and that yellow is top tier. Like, check that out. Like, oh wow. Okay, so yeah. I'm happy with this palette. It may have fixed my rainbow palette search, because I have ordered probably 3 different palettes to be rainbow palettes, and I've also collected bits and pieces to try and have like the shades of the rainbow that I want. But this is like, this is beautiful. So Fade Into Hue is worth it. The palettes I've tried to find a rainbow palette were the NYX Ultimate Edit, and I mean, it's pretty good, but my biggest complaint was that there's not a true yellow and there's not a true red. So there's that one. I also recently ordered Kathleen Light's So Jaded Colourpop collaboration, because it has a lot of colors, but again, they're not primary colors. It has a lot of really cool colors. I love the chartreuse, I love the sparkle, but not a rainbow palette. Profusion's Wanderlust, which this is a really pigmented brand. Like, they're really good and they're pretty cheap, and I think they're available at Walmart. I got this palette years ago, about 3 years ago, I guess, and it has a lot of really cool colors, but it doesn't have yellows in it, it doesn't have oranges in it. It has a lot of blues and pinks. I also individually ordered these 3 palettes these 3 palettes, Blue Moon, Main Squeeze, and It's My Pleasure, to try and get some of those colors I felt like I was missing out on. But none of them have really met this one. This palette, Fade Into Hue, is the rainbow palette answer to my searches. So I am so happy. Well, the last product that I got in was the Get Graphic liners, and I believe they're like liquid liner pen is what it's called. So I think they're kind of like felt tipped. And there are, like I said, 5 shades. So I'm gonna try to start with Try Me if I can find it. I think this is Try Me. So I think this one's red. I may have said it was purple earlier, but I think it's more like a reddish color. So this is what Try Me looks like. And I'm in love with how like matte they are. Wow. So then I'm going to use Ducky, yeah, which is the pink one. Wow, that is really pretty. So it's this lighter one right here. And then I'm going to use the shade Make Love with a U. Ooh, talking about that yellow pigment. Look at that. It's right there. This is Crazy No A. Oh, it's pretty. It's a very teal color though. I was hoping it'd be a little bit brighter, but it's right here. And then finally, this is the white one, and it is called Graceland. And I've actually tried to order this liner before by itself, because I thought it'd be super cool to have a white liner, and I ended up getting a cream liner instead, not by buying this one, but I settled because they were out of stock on that one. But yeah, so these are really cool too, and I'm excited to actually like use them to line my eyes instead of just test them out here. But they're really dark, they're really pigmented, they're showing up well. Yeah, so that was my haul for my last Colourpop order. And I'm trying to convince myself that I don't need to spend any more money on makeup for a little bit. So we'll see. I got in an Ipsy bag the other day, so I may do an Ipsy unbagging because I haven't really tested any of those products, so it'd be kind of nice to do. Yeah, but thanks for watching, and if you like this kind of content, subscribe. If you like this video, and yeah, let me know if you've tried any of these products, if you have gone on a quest for any kind of palette before, and if so, did you find a remedy, and what was your remedy? Thanks. Bye, y'all.